not for you showing Kyron on every newscast, printing his story in the papers, his face would not be known to everyone. People from around the nation have seen his picture. This helps tremendously. Please help us bring Kyron home.
Kyron's father pleads for his son's safe return. How on earth could this little boy just vanish into thin air at school without anybody noticing? Did he go off with a stranger or somebody he knew? Cops are not ruling anything out. Listen to them.
I can't say for certainty that it wasn't a stranger to stranger. I can't. But I also can tell you that the need for the public to be alarmed is very low.
And they have reportedly shifted this case to a criminal investigation as the stepmom, who was the last person apparently seen with the child, takes a second polygraph. Emily, Washington, your question or thought, man?
Hi, yeah, I just want to say, when you look at the stepmother when they're showing her, she looks like she's forcing her sadness. She's not it's not a real sadness, it seems to me, like the others. She really knows that the cameras are on her and she's forcing her sadness.
Well, I think it's, thank you, caller, but Dr. Dale Archer, it's very easy to beat up on this woman, and we never know how people react in grief. They often do not react the way we see them react in the movies.
You're absolutely right, Jane, and everyone grieves in their own way, and everyone is going to express it in their own way. So actually, when I see her there, I'm not picking that up at all. Her grief seemed real to me, and I keep coming back to the fact that what would the motive be here? I don't see anything that would be a motive for her to do anything to this.
Let me just say this, that what I picked up as unusual is the enmeshment between these two families. The fact that this is not her biological child. She was a really good friend of the bio mother. Biological mother gets sick, goes up to Canada. She ends up taking care of this child and raising the child as her own. But recently, she had her own biological child with Kyron's father. And she also has another kid who's a teenager, but that's another story. I mean, Dr. Dale, that's called enmeshment, right?
Yeah, no doubt the family is completely enmeshed. But then again, that's not necessarily bad, Jane. You can't look at that and say, okay, we're going to have a problem because of that. Now, the one thing that could be interesting is the fact, you're right, she did have her own children, biologic children, so that could be, there could be a jealousy motive in there that she's more partial to them, but it's not strong. It's not a strong case in my mind at all.
I'm sorry, but it sounds creepy to me. I'm sorry, you know, your friend goes off and gets sick, you get involved with her husband, that's called adultery. That means a betrayal of your friend. And then you have another, that's creepy.
Oh, come on, but Pat, come on, that doesn't lead to murder now. I mean,
it shows maybe that there is a manipulative kind of person there, that shows there may be some kind of personality disorder. I'm not saying there is, but the police are saying this is not likely a stranger-to-stranger crime. It's extremely low. That is saying a lot. I'm not saying that they can prove anything yet, but they're pointing that direction. They just are.
There's sex offenders in the area. They recently arrested a homeless sex offender just 20 miles away from his school who tried to abduct a 5th grade boy.
Right, so why not
I
him?
mean, there's a lot of other options, and again, we have to stress this woman is not a suspect.
And also, Jane,
we have to presume always innocence. Thank you, fabulous panel. You're watching Issues.